more interesting things from the Sega that just doesn't care anymore. They wear sunglasses indoors. They're rocking the pony with the multiple ties. They're doing the drugs. But no, this is pretty funny.
The Sega don't give a shit anymore.
They don't give a shit anymore. So they released a 3D Sonic fan game that, by all accounts, is pretty decent, called Green Hill Paradise
Well,
Act
Sega
2.
didn't release it.
No. It was a fan game that was released called Green Hill Paradise Act 2.
3D game.
Yep, 3D. And the Game Grumps played it, and Sega noticed, and the official Sega account left a comment.
Sonic the Hedgehog on YouTube.
Yep. And left a comment that said, BRB DMCA time. Oh, just kidding. Keep making great stuff, Sonic fans. And it's interesting because Sega is constantly taking jabs at Nintendo. And it's neat because Sega really, I think, does want to foster a fan community. They really do want to see Sega fans having a good time with the glory days of Sega past. The difference is Sega is in a position where they can do that.
They don't have a fucking choice.
They don't.
They gotta throw every shit against the wall and hope it sticks.
Right.
So it's not like, yay, Sega's the good guys. Because they don't have a choice.
Well,
They really don't, though. They
don't.
have no room for error or bad will.
No.
They really don't.
But it's still cute, and it's still kind of endearing.
What's endearing is that the person that made the game, I guess, YouTube left a comment as well, said, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'm so happy you've seen this. I've only just now seen this comment. My heart is racing faster than the pitter-patter of Sonic's feet. Which is cute.
Yes.
You put a lot of time, obviously, making this game. Hundreds, if not 1,000 hours or more making this game.
And then instead of seeing, a takedown, you see the thumbs up of, the blue blur, telling you to keep on doing what you're doing. And, I mean, that's a big thing to a fan. But like you said, Sega's not really in a position to say, get the fuck out of here with this.
Going back to our point, this article writer on fucking shit Kotaku said, Sega's latest dunk on their litigious competition shows a massive difference in how fan content is approached, and I think they've got it right. Again, they're not Nintendo.
No, right.
They're in an entirely different position. They're the shit on Nintendo's shoe right now. They don't matter. They have to do whatever they can to not only get into the fans' good graces. You saw at Comic-Con, that performance. Ian was there.
Yeah.
That's all they have to show is an awkward concert with a person in a Sonic costume dancing around and giving out fucking hot dogs. That's where Sega's at right now.
That was actually a really good time. But no, really,
you see my point though.
It's like I said, it's the burnout director who's sitting in a corner booth, sunglasses on. Can I make a sequel to your movie? Yeah, have a good time. Because I ain't doing it.
Because I'm not making any money on anything anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So someone should be doing it.
Right.
Let's talk about this pre-order that even you got in on.
Yeah, however, once again, there is kind of another fan game coming out because they really pulled on some indie studios and some fans that Sega did actually use for some remakes and ports of systems. The Sonic Mania, the limited edition.
Limited edition, people.
Limited edition.
We're gonna open one up right now. We got one right here to open up. It's
Donruss!
Get it on flex.
We got 87 Donruss! We've got a couple flapjack knives and moth blades.
Never gets old. All right.
No, never does.
Let's get some what's in here.
So this collector's edition doesn't actually come with a physical copy, which sucks.
That stinks.
Yeah,
Come on.
it does. But they put the money elsewhere. It comes with a really cool 1-foot statue of Sonic sitting on top of a miniature Mega Drive / Genesis. And when you flip the power switch, it says Sega. It also comes with a little mold of a Genesis Sonic Mania cartridge.
It's got a cartridge.
It's a little cartridge, and when you pull out, get this, it looks like a Sega cartridge. But when you pull out the circuit board, there's a gold ring. There's a gold ring. Everyone gets a golden ring.
These are selling on eBay right now for $195. All right, and then you get. I should have saved my joke for this. A metallic collector's card with Sonic Mania download code. So that's where you get your game code.
That's where you get your game. Supposedly that comes in some sort
And
of
an Altered Beast rookie card.
that supposedly comes in some sort of retro-styled case too. It's neat that the card is metallic, so it's not just some cheap cardboard piece of crap.
And it's gonna be $70.
$70, which I think is reasonable. Honestly, if you look at the pricing of statues, depending on the quality of the statue, all around it's pretty good. At first, I looked at it and I'm like, this is really cool. I like old Sonic games. The game interests me. My wife is really into Sonic, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I want the game anyway. My wife is going to want the statue. I said, I'm going to get the statue. We both think it's cool.
It's Windows 8, Windows 7, by the way.
And I think it'll run on Windows 10. I got the PS4 version because they're doing it for PS4 and Windows or Microsoft.
They are with this
Xbox One. Yep.
Okay.
So I got the PS4 version. They're doing Xbox One and Steam. But you know, I always talk trash about all the other collector's editions and how it's like, you know, it's all garbage and nonsense. And I really realized when I was buying this
that this is garbage too.
Well, no, it's just because lots of people on Twitter. I mean, if you looked on Twitter yesterday when it was announced, shitloads of people were like, "This is really cool," and you don't get that with like the Modern Warfare or most other collector's editions. Most people poo-poo all over that shit, and I'm looking at it. And like I said, you don't see the excitement for other collector's editions that do this stuff, but you really did for this. And I'm wondering what it is about this one as opposed to other ones that makes people so excited about this.
Because it's an old console and people are nostalgic. It comes in a box that looks like a Genesis style.
Yeah, is it just did they nail their market just right? Because there were people after I had said that I broke down and pre-ordered this that were like, I don't even like Sonic, but I contemplated this one. So I mean, it's obviously hitting some notes and some heartstrings here. So, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. And like I said, knowing what prices statues go for, I'm not expecting fucking cold cast resin. I'm expecting PVC here.
It's going to be cheap.
Yeah, it's going to be cheap. But it's going to be cool. I am excited about that game. I do think that they put together a nice little set for the $70, seeing as how the game is probably going to be 20 or 30 as it is.
They couldn't. I mean, man, what if you had a Genesis controller pass through as a USB device somehow through this system? That would have been cool.
That would have been cool too.
Would have cost another $10 probably, but you could have.
There would have been a lot more neat things they could have done with it, but I liked it. I liked the way it looked. I'm happy with it. So and the thing is I mean, people need to know I never ever do collector's editions.
Are you going to open this up and I mean, there's nothing really to use besides the download card. You're
no. I mean...
You're going to flip this fucking on and off switch 50,000 times to hear it say Sega?
No, I mean, we have a library and there is a case with statues. Vonnie will display the statue. I mean, I'll use the code for the download. The cartridge will get put somewhere. I mean, I'm not going to keep this in the box.
Can I check out your Dewey Decimal System in your library?
Fuck off.
Your card catalog? So we have a library. We rent books. We have the stamp we changed the date on that. Remember those stamps?
You know, libraries aren't just places where you take things out. It is a room in a house where you keep your books.
What percentage of books is in this library? What versus toys? What percentage?
80.
80% books?
Yeah, we have a shitload of books.
All right, I'm gonna start loaning them out to me. I'm gonna get a card, and we're gonna have it. I'm gonna start getting them and taking them out. Then
you better like graphic novels because it's mostly.
Oh no, it's not books. It's graphic novels.
Those are still books.
Not fucking books.
They're fucking bound.